This episode of Rooted and Reaching is brought to you by the Proof of Concept Fund, a micro-grant fund from startup South Bend Elkhart. Got an idea but no traction yet? Proof of Concept offers equity-free grants of up to $5,000 to early-stage entrepreneurs in the South Bend Elkhart region. Funds you can put towards things like prototyping, market testing, or customer acquisition. No giving up equity, no strings beyond documenting and sharing your progress. If you're building a scalable startup with a shot at national or global market, this could be your bridge to the next milestone. Proof of Concept is accepting new applications on a rolling basis, and you can learn more and apply at startupsoutbendelkhart.com.
Welcome to a special mini-season of Rooted and Reaching, recorded live during Idea Week. For 1 week, the South Bend Elkhart region becomes a magnet for builders, dreamers, and doers. And this year, we grabbed the mic and started talking. In this series, you'll hear from local entrepreneurs who are doing the real work of building here, alongside some interesting voices who traveled here from outside the region to be part of Idea Week. Same energy, different angles. Some of these conversations are about hometown grit, others bring a fresh outside perspective on what makes this place worth paying attention to. Either way, you're getting an unfiltered look at what's happening when this region's entrepreneurship energy is at its peak. Let's get into it.
Welcome to a very special episode where Idea Week is teaming up with Rooted and Reaching for a special series of episodes where we're talking to content creators, innovators, and entrepreneurs. My name is Kris Priemer, and today I am joined by Priscilla Loomis. She's a former Olympian whose career has been defined by grit, persistence, and resilience. And she's going to share lots of her story, and I can't wait for you to hear the episode. Kris Priemer here. I'm here with Priscilla. We are here in South Bend for Idea Week 2026.
Yes.
You came here where I'm very, very grateful to be on a panel actually just later today.
Yes.
We haven't even gotten to it yet.
We haven't gotten into it.
But
You're getting me fresh right now. You're
Yes.
getting me full attention.
But there's, I think, lots of, I like to focus, on entrepreneurship side stuff of like these discussions because I think there's a lot of highs and lows. And I think you probably have experienced so many things, not only in the sport, but also just in now what you're currently doing.
Yeah. Do you come from an entrepreneur background, like family wise?
So it's interesting. Like, I love that question. So my dad, I would say, was an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Or he's retired. And growing up, I had a lawn-mowing business.
Okay.
We sold candy, from grade school. I didn't know that was entrepreneurship.
That wasn't a word. They were just like, you have your own business.
Yeah. And so in undergrad, I actually did math and computer science. And so I also didn't really know entrepreneurship. I was doing things, but didn't know that was the thing.
Okay.
It wasn't until I was working corporate finance, like essentially the first year out of college. And I read a book that resonated with me so well. It was called Escape from the Cubicle Nation.
Wow.
And I was like, that I like the things that person is saying.
Yeah.
And that excites me. And I want to go further and faster and let me try to learn more education about entrepreneurship. So then that's when now I'm talking too much, but
this is what it's about.
Yeah.
We have to learn.
So that's where I was like, I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
So that's when I actually got a master's in engineering entrepreneurship to combine that engineering I had and that analytical piece with I didn't know that even though I worked in finance, I didn't really know what a P&L was. I had no idea what a balance sheet was. I had no idea how to make projections. So I wasn't really, I think subconsciously I had done things that were entrepreneurial, but until I kind of found that piece, it was like a struggle for a bit.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And that's why I asked if you had any background in that. I think we've all been like that hustle where we have to sell the wrapping paper or the chocolate, right?
Yeah.
Or we have those books, right? And so you don't realize that you do it. And some people love it. And some people are like, no, I need somebody to tell me exactly what to do. And I think this entrepreneurship word is becoming trendy. And I'm like, no, boo-boo. It is not for the faint of heart. Let me tell you. And I didn't have entrepreneurs growing up. So that is something that I had to, and I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Right? I'm 37 and I'm very much now I need to make this real, right?
Yeah,
because everybody has the idea, right? That's the big thing. I have an idea. I want to do this, but what's the execution? How are you planning?
Ideas are a dime a dozen, right?
Yes. Trust, I have a million. I'm always like, oh my God, I would love to start this or do this. And I'm like, I'm not going to follow through. I mean, I have ideas forever. But so I think it is important to understand what that journey looks like because I was not ready.
Yeah.
I was not prepared.
Yeah. And so, did a lot of what you're doing, now, and now that, let's say we both know, okay, entrepreneurship is the thing that we were made to do.
Yes. Because I failed at so many jobs.
Yeah. How did you learn trial by error? Did you read a lot of books, listen to podcasts? What was it that that you kind of looked to keep educating yourself on
Yeah,
that journey?
100%, because my major was television and film. So I wanted to go into media and, interviewing people. I love storytelling and I love people, right?
Yeah.
And so I realized once I retired from the Olympics, like I said, I did fail at many jobs doing the 9 to 5, and my creativity kept on being crushed and my voice kept being crushed. And I was like, I have so much more to give, but the people that I was in these rooms with weren't ready.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was meeting them where they were at.
Yeah.
So when I decided, to go after it, it was buzzwords. It was like, make a business plan and what is SWOT analysis, so basic. And so I'm like, I learned this in school. Let me use it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I need a business plan. I need a loan. I needed this. And then it was trial and error because, again, I didn't know what I didn't know. And starting 10 years ago, things weren't as readily available. You didn't know what to ask. I didn't know who to ask. So I asked all these things.
Yeah.
And a lot of people came back with a lot of negative responses. People were saying, because my business is motivational speaking. And now I have a nonprofit that's sort of tied into that. So it's not brick and mortar. It's not I am the product.
Yeah.
So being able to ask somebody that, they're like, this is going to fail. It's not going to go well, right? But all I saw was that the motivational speaking business was growing and people were doing it, right? And so I was like, I built a name for myself. There is so much there. And because of who I am, I'm not just thinking I want to go on stage and be like, rah, 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 you got it. Yeah. Like, I'm not Oprah. No, it's not happening.
Right.
I am a little bit of like a Kevin Hart, mix that comedy, meet people where they're at with, a little bit of Pat McAfee, right? Because there's that sports element and I'm kind of crude. I can just be real with you, right? Like I can be all over. I will be that clickbait, but also I can be that little piece of like the Oprah where it's like it's intellectual and now I can meet you where you're at. So nobody was doing that.
Right.
So now I'm asking questions that people are like, I don't see it. Well, I was like, well, it doesn't matter. I do.
Yeah.
And so that was that first portion of like trial and error, right? And so I actually asked one of my friends who went to LSU and he had the business background. He had that. And I was like, I need a business plan. He goes, Priscilla, you need to go out on stage and start making money doing this. Pitch, use Upwork. And he was giving me these little things. And I was like, okay. And along that journey, I got better at speaking. And then I got better. I was like, well, I now want merchandise. Well, how does that work? So I realized what I learned in the Olympics. In the Olympics, you train from the Olympics backwards.
For the time, because you have a date that you're like, there's no fudging the deadline, right? Like in business, you're like, oh, we might launch in 6 months.
No.
And if you miss the deadline, it's like, oh, well, like,
okay.
We'll just tell people we're fixing some bugs, in the software. I don't think that same thing exists in the Olympics.
No, it's just like, well, you didn't show up. Okay, bye, boo.
Yeah.
Toodles. So for me, that's my mindset. I was like, I'm going to give myself 2 years and then 4 years.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to plan backwards. So the way that the programming works is you have the Olympics and then you train backwards that year and then you go quarterly and then you go monthly and then you go weekly. Like your coach knows exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
And of course, things change if you're getting stronger, if something's not clicking, injury, mental, all those kinds of things change the plan, but it's still the plan. Like you still have to execute towards these goals. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is what I want in this next couple of years because for me, it was a financial goal. I need to make sure that I can sustain this and make sure that it makes sense. And I did.
Yeah.
And I used the things that, I was reading different books, but it was mostly about motivating myself to keep going and to think outside the box. And then it was, all right, I know nothing about business, right? Like, this is not my area. Like, I'm television and film. I'm like, what am I supposed to? So I needed to understand what I could understand. But then I also needed to make sure I was hiring somebody for the things like, I will never do my taxes. Boo-boo. It is not gonna happen.
As an entrepreneur, I'm like, anything you're probably gonna say next, I'm like, yeah, I didn't make the right decision at the beginning where I was doing my taxes. I went and told it was so incredibly painful before I made someone, or before I hired someone to do it. Yeah.
And I knew my lane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay in. I can do certain things like creatively. Canva and I are best friends.
Yeah.
Like, we do all this kind of stuff. Calendly, so I can I was using technology to make things easier for myself. When things got hard, I was like, how can I make it easier?
So again, some things that I'm in the tech space and I do a lot of software stuff. But
I wish you were a part of my team.
Yeah.
You're looking to expand.
And then sometimes like I will like anything that I would advise other like new founders or entrepreneurs on.
Yeah.
I don't always do myself. QuickBooks. If you're really categorize all your stuff.
I took a QuickBooks course.
I was doing it in Excel manually for years.
What?
Yes.
See, this is how smart you are. You're so smart.
And then I was like,
I would fail.
Yeah, and it was I would dread it.
Yes.
And then once the first year, my aunt is CPA, and so she keeps on use QuickBooks. I was like, no, it's like $35, $40 a month, maybe $75 if you get a nice plan.
If you get but it's an expense.
But once I started doing that, I was like, this is magic. And again, I'm a software guy. Like I didn't know.
Yeah. And you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And it's also the time to learn this new software.
Correct. You're like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, the time to learn it, I'm quicker doing it manually.
Yes.
Completely wrong. Let's just be clear. Completely wrong.
And I tried to do QuickBooks.
Yeah.
And it was a free course at the local college.
Yeah.
And I got there with my laptop and I was ready to go. And I was like, no, I don't even understand what they're saying. No. I was like, this is not my language.
Yeah.
And for the amount of time that it's going to take me to learn, it'll take me at least 3 years.
Yeah.
I know. It's not my thing. Numbers are not my thing.
Right.
So I was like, time to hire somebody.
Yeah.
So I did.
Yeah. Okay. You have mentioned it now 3 times. I'm like,
yes.
I got to go down and you got to show folks what you brought in.
Yes, what I brought in.
Yeah.
You could show it off.
I'll show it off. You want to describe what we have here?
So I bring my first international medal, which was in Canada. And so I was a track and field athlete. I was a high jumper. And I remember this meet specifically, the one that you're holding up, is because we had a meeting with my team. And again, we were a smaller country. Antigua and Barbuda is smaller. So when we go places, we weren't USA with 500 people, right? It would be like 10 athletes making it work, right? And so I remember being in that meeting and they were like, we need to lock in. And I was like, you know what? Yes. This is my time.
Yeah.
And so I locked in, and getting that medal, I was like, this is the best freaking thing. I just want to keep getting medals.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. So these are from the Pan American Games. I won silver both times to the same freaking girl. And then she retired the same time I did. I was like, you couldn't even let me have a moment. So, no, I love you, Laverne. It's great. But yeah, I mean, it was amazing. And I think a lot of people are like, did you win an Olympic medal? And I'm like, no. And people are like, oh, that's okay. I'm like, I know. Like, what would you like me to respond to this?
Yeah. That's wild.
But for me, I think my story is very different, because what happens is people always hire the Olympic gold medalist, right? Obviously, that's who you want. You want that. But what happens is, like, for somebody like me, I'm boots on the ground. Mm-hmm. I didn't win a gold medal, which is most of the people at the Olympics.
I was thinking the same thing. It's like most of the people.
Most of the people will not be able to do that, right? So for me, it was just about what the Olympics taught me and what that journey, because it took me 8 years, right? Yeah. And just that in itself, 8 years, 6 days a week, between 5 to 8 hours a day. Yeah. Of just training for one day of competition.
And it's like, so I have a question as it relates to this. So I did a lot of athletics growing up, doing baseball, doing soccer, doing swimming.
Yeah.
And it was watching maybe the 2000, it was the Summer Olympics. I think 2000 was Summer Olympics,
Okay.
I think. And so then maybe 2004 was maybe also a Summer Olympics.
Okay.
And I was really fascinated with diving. And so this is not a story about me, so I'll say
No.
So I went to Notre Dame to their youth diving. Like they taught me how to dive. Actually did diving in college. And so I was around, so I went in St. Louis, and some of the folks who were training with us were actually trying to train for the Cyprus Olympic team.
Okay.
And so I got to observe that. My skill sets were nowhere near. It was very inspirational.
Yes.
And I saw that and was like, how, what I was doing, committed to, the how many days a week and all that. Like I can't, I don't know, like what was that trigger that you were like, this is like the sacrifices I want to make because I know I'm either really good at this or that I want this to be something that I can make a stamp on, because I feel like most people would say, it's too time consuming.
Yes.
And I think, again, this speaks to not only the athletic part, but the entrepreneur part. And so, how is that just innately in you?
Yeah.
Or,
There were two things I will say was after I graduated. So I went to the 2012 U.S. Olympic trials and I was seated last. I made it last, like the last minute, everything.
Yeah.
So then competing, I was tied for first going into the finals. It blew my mind. Because I was like, I just was out there having a good time, having fun, doing what I loved. And I had just graduated. And so I was like, wow, this is really cool. And I wound up getting 7th, right? And I was seated like 24. Like I was
awesome.
I was nowhere supposed to be in that group. And so I was like, this is awesome. And then I always wanted to entertain people. I love doing that. And so when I was signing autographs afterwards, I was like, guys, I didn't win, right? And they were like, no, you entertained us. And I was like, this is a perfect calling. But then life gets in the way. Because yes, I was in Oregon feeling all the things and feeling amazing. But then coming home, I'm a normal person. I still got a car payment. I still got to pay for this ugly Honda Civic that I have no slight on any Honda Civic owners. But it was just like, I'm paying this Honda Civic. I have to pay rent. And then I had to move home and, because to save money. And I'm trying to, deal with relationships and all the things. So then you're just like, I got to get a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Right? You got to.
Yeah.
And then I hated my 9 to 5. And I hated being average. I hated doing things that everybody could when I know that there was something inside of me that was like, you can do more if you just get out of your own way. And so I worked that 9 to 5 for, I think 11 months. And then I was like, no, I need to go back to training because I know I have more. I know I can't just give up on myself. And so again, it's trial and error. And so I just started training and I reached out to my old coach. So we were working on the high jump, but I needed another coach. So I just started to put it out there and go work out with different people. And crazy enough, that led to somebody talking to me about me and my journey at another gym. That coach became my Olympic training coach. So it's like, once you put it out, and that's why they're always like, some people are like, oh, I don't believe in all that woohoo stuff. And I'm like, when you put it out into the universe, it will reward you. If you're ready and you're asking for it, be prepared for it. Right. Because you don't know where it's coming from.
So a very relatable story that just literally happened yesterday here. I didn't intro. We're at Momentum Entrepreneurship Hub. We just opened. It's collaboration gorgeous. Space for founders, entrepreneurs.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
It is phenomenal.
Thank you. I was talking with one of our mentors, and I said, we were doing this Idea Week launch party on Monday, or it was after Monday. I was like, we were up late cleaning up, and we had all these people here. It was amazing. Then Tuesday was a lot of stuff happening, and I go, I'm going on 4 hours of sleep. Yeah. And he says to me, so what's the problem? He's like, and I said another thing that was kind of like, I was looking for empathy. He's like, well, so what's the problem? And I'm like, oh, even having done this for so long, it's like, oh, you're right. There is no problem. Everything is going amazing.
Yes.
So why?
You asked for a full plate, and you got it.
Yeah. So be ready for it to
be ready.
Yes, yeah.
Be ready for it.
So that was, I don't know, it was just an interesting comment that I've really taken to heart of, yes, last night we were having dinner. We were out. Actually, it wasn't super late, but like then I went home and did some more work, and I got up early. And I'm like, oh, this is the week to execute.
Yes.
For getting offices, getting memberships, like talking to amazing people, and
you can sleep next week.
Yeah,
you can catch up. You can take a day off next week.
Yeah,
but this is what it's all culminating to, right? And so it is one of those experiences. But you don't know. You don't know what that success looks like, right? So you don't even know. Like people had asked me, and I love this about Quinta Brunson, and they asked her, like, were you surprised by the success of Abbott Elementary? Mm-hmm. She was like, no. This is what I worked towards. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to work for a big network. I wanted to write my own show. I wanted it to be successul, of course. So for me, I'm like, were you so ecstatic that you went to the Olympics? No, I mean, of course, but it wasn't a surprise.
Yeah, but you didn't wake up one day and like, hey, do you want to go to the Olympics?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that was like one of the pivotal moments, I will say, is, when you're trying to fit into somebody else's version of what they expect for you, and everybody was like, oh, you can work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I can't. Yeah. This is just not for me.
Yeah. Do you think that that the training and the I wouldn't say dedication, but like I say more the training and the mentality of training for something like the Olympics or any, let's say, competition of that scale, then doing some more like entrepreneurial activities. Yeah. Did you think it was maybe less challenging to make that switch because you knew what dedication and what waking up every day for a thing, that the payoff was not for a long time? Yeah. Like, or was there still like that gut of like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how I'm going to pay, my mortgage payment or my car payment next month. Like crying, alone at night. Yeah. Maybe I'm speaking for myself.
I am so glad that I feel seen. I'm like, you're saying all the things that I've actually gone through. Yeah. Yes. And that is a part of it, right? That's a part of it. I didn't know, I still don't know how successful I can be. Right? I don't know what that looks like. I have an idea. Yeah. And it was the same thing with the Olympics. I have an idea of winning the Olympic gold medal. That wasn't on my to-do list. It was make the Olympics.
Yeah.
I focused so hard on making the Olympics, I never thought about competing at the Olympics.
Oh, wow.
It was just making it.
Yeah.
So now being an entrepreneur, I'm like, what is it that I want? Is it financial stability? Is it growth? Is it...
Or flexibility too. Like, I think one of the things that I always think about is I wouldn't trade the flexibility for a 9 to 5. Like, having some of my, friends who are entrepreneurial, and then we have the same friend circles who have like 9 to 5s. Yeah. Sometimes we were in a conversation in Austin, and it was like, started calling them like W-2 people that are like W-2s. And it's interesting. So I'm like, I can imagine.
That's what we call people muggles because they don't, when they're not athletes. I'm like, oh, the muggles over there, they don't know.
And so it's just like, I can't, like, so it's similar. Like, I can't imagine like not working for myself. Yeah. I can imagine not having the flexibility to do the things I need to do. Yeah. And also I think, and I hope this probably resonates for you as well, is the being there for people who, let's say, need me. So whether it be friends, whether it be family, whatever it might be, like I
don't have to call PTO. I don't have to.
Absolutely.
I can just go and do what I need to do. Yeah. And if I need if I need personal development, I need to pour into myself, I can go and do that. And no one's going to be like, well, you need to leave me alone.
Yeah. You need to be here for 2 years before you get,
What?
Yeah. But I'll say, like, so you brought up personal development. I experience that having some outside people to say, hey, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to get another mentor. It's okay to like take some time to work on whether it's yourself or work on like these skill sets.
You have to.
Because we don't have the boss, telling us to do it.
And sometimes your boss doesn't.
Yeah.
Your boss wants you to do a skill.
Right.
And sometimes if you exceed that, they feel threatened.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that I've realized in 9 to 5 is that sometimes people's character disrupts people's titles. Yeah. Right. And so that was what I found a lot about me. I'm a go-getter. I will sweep the floor. I'm fine being a janitor. I'm also fine being in, a C-suite meeting talking about, you know what I mean? So I don't care about that. A true leader is somebody that can bring the best out of your team.
Yeah.
And so for me, that is what I didn't like about the 9 to 5. It was like I would try and go above and beyond, and they were like, stay stay where you are title,
Yeah.
right? Like that's not your title. And so for looking at entrepreneurship, every time that you see a podcast, every time you see somebody who is a CEO of their own business, the conversation is different. There
Absolutely.
is no blocking of blessing. It's how can we communicate? How can we help each other?
Yes.
What are you doing? Let me shine the light. Let me learn from what you have done. That you don't get that.
I mean, so I was chatting with Rebecca this morning. She was over here, and she said, "What do you need from me? How can I help you? Like, I'm here for a couple of days, to be in South Bend, be at Idea Week.
Yeah.
What can I do to help you, Kris?" And I was like,
Wow.
"That's amazing.
Yes.
Like that is."
Yes, you told me yesterday. You were like, so tomorrow can we do this and this? And then I need you here and then this. I'm like, okay, sounds great.
Yeah.
It's limitless because you don't ever want to block your blessings,
right?
Ever, and you don't know where that's coming from. And so I'm so sorry, I forgot even the original question.
I don't even know
what we were talking about, but like it is one of those moments where I needed to focus on me.
Right.
And that was the thing about athletics that people forget.
Yeah.
I am extremely selfish.
Yeah.
Because I have to be. As an athlete, do you really think we care if something is going to hinder our performance? Like, we have to focus on us, our mindset, our body, everything. That is what we do.
Yeah.
So if something is not helping us grow and be better, we are cutting it out of our life.
And this conversation is very. It's kind of like you're inspiring me because
I hope so. It's what I do for a living.
Because it's again the skill set of being an athlete.
Yes,
there's a lot of similar ones to being an entrepreneur, and
I think it's exact parallel.
The one you were just saying is like the word you didn't use the word, but I'll use it. Is like you are good at creating boundaries. And
honey, yes, I am. You best believe it. I can throw up a boundary like nobody's business. And a lot of it's family.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Because that's where people go to.
Yeah.
If you're an entrepreneur, you usually go to your family. Like this is
correct.
This is what I'm, and they will crush your soul. Yeah. And you're like, okay, never mind.
Well, and I also think depending on your friends, your people's friends group, because it's if they see and have a similar mindset, they'll support you all day long.
Yes.
If they're like, oh wait, why aren't you done at 5?
Yes.
Let's go hang out and do something for the next 4 hours that is mindless and doesn't. And like sometimes we need breaks. But I think
there are chapters. There are parts of that journey.
Yeah.
And if in the first 5 years of you being an entrepreneur, you don't get that. So that's why personal development is so important. Yeah. So if I am away, sure, go away. And like, I want to put my laptop away. Well, that doesn't happen because if a huge deal comes through, you're going to be like, sorry, I'm on vacation.
I know.
No, it's not how
no. You
got to answer. You got to be there. But being by water might help you.
Like I was just thinking this. I was remembering in February. We went to Florida for a few days, and I was working, but I was also by water, by the ocean, and it was just like the stress of it was different.
Yes.
And I'd spent a couple hours in the morning actually sitting on the beach, responding to some emails. Then I put it away. We'd take a walk on the beach, all that kind of stuff, and it was a different level.
Yes.
But if I just didn't do anything that week, it'd be like, then everything's chaos.
Yes. 100%. But that's also where I bring that Olympic mindset, that athlete mindset into this because it is important. But it's also very difficult to figure out along this journey of what I've learned is who to trust, who to ask for. And I was like, right now, I'm in the 2026 is about scaling and rebranding and regrowth, right? And just being on different stages and meeting new people and being meeting people where they're at, right? Yeah. And being able to get that imaging and all that kind of stuff aligned with where I want it to be. And so when I'm looking at different people, now I'm opening up to like, yes, I need a mentor, but I also need an advisor. Right, I need a coach.
Yes.
Like not like a coach, like like those two coaches out there. Yeah. I need somebody to be like, get your shit together. I need you to stop and do this. And I'm like, okay. And it's uncomfortable.
Yes.
A mentor is, I'm here to support you.
Yes.
I need an advisor to be like, let's go.
I'll say, and I'll give her a shout out. Coach Karen, you have done that for me.
I love that.
Calling me out and like not letting me make excuses for the business and what I'm doing and what I'm trying to achieve.
Yes.
And I know my personality of, of someone saying, woe is you, sort of thing, like that's not going to help me.
That's
and
not.
I need someone to like say, hey, like, A, you can do that thing.
Yes.
B, stop complaining about this other thing happening. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yep.
So say what you're going to do, do it, and then keep going.
And don't complain when things come with that, right? So I am obviously a prayerful person, and I'll be like praying, and I'm like, give me the strength to take what this is, but everything that comes with it, right? Being an entrepreneur, yes, it's flexibility. There's so many positives. And a lot of people do talk about the negatives, like, oh, it's hard, it's late night. Okay, anything is hard, right? Everything is hard, difficult.
Anything that's worth doing is difficult.
Yes, of course. And that was one of the reasons why I got into this, was because I was like, I understand it's going to be difficult, but I know I'm going to learn so much along the way. And to get back to your original question, that is one of the reasons I did this, was because I knew that my potential was limitless and a 9-to-5 was going to limit me. Yeah. And so for me, I'm like, why not go after everything that sets my soul on fire and create a blueprint that somebody else can follow one day?
Do you ever get, so as someone, doing a lot do things, decision paralysis or analysis paralysis or decision fatigue, all of those things. Yeah. Do you feel that, or it has, again, like the sport of business and like how you kind of methodically go through things? Have you been able to avoid that trap that a lot of founders and entrepreneurs face?
I think when I'm sitting there and I'm getting 6 emails, and it's just like 6, right? Everyone's like, oh, it's not that bad. Yeah. But I have to compartmentalize those emails from my house, right? Like, because I'll be sitting there doing all these things. I'm like, I have that, and I have a doctor's appointment, but my husband needs to get here. He has that too, and so I need to compartmentalize. I won't say that I get like paralysis, because I'm like, let's go. It is let's freaking go.
Love it.
It is the start. Because again, like I said, I prayed for all of this.
Yes.
I want all of this. Give it to me 100%. So when I'm doing certain things, it annoys me when basic problems come up in like my regular life. I'm like, I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
I know exactly.
These are, and like, right, like I've told you, I'm planning this wedding.
Yeah.
Please, I don't care about the flowers.
Oh yeah,
I don't care.
I know you haven't paid on to get too soon, but like you're getting like you have a ceremonial wedding to get
my
to.
U.S.
like,
ceremony.
Like,
yes,
is it like this weekend?
It is next weekend.
Next weekend.
Yes.
So we have like 7 days.
10 days. Yeah, 10 days, something like that.
That's so. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's what it is.
It's awesome that you decided to, without even like knowing like who, like we met over email through a mutual friend and say, hey, like I'm going to be there. I'm going to do everything I can and show up. That is awesome. So super greatly appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, this was a simple ask. Can you just come and hang out and get to create different stories with different people? Yeah. I mean, I guess. Yes.
But like what, I hate when I started with but you know what?
It's all
we'll
right.
continue.
That's what the best beauty about podcasts are. Yeah. You can just kind of be yourself.
You can. I know. Be authentically myself.
There's no network being like, you can't say that.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
What are you most excited about either for the rest of this year or like things, and you don't have to say like the project you might be working on, but are there certain things you're most excited about, like the next 12 months, the next 18 months, that you're just like, hey, I've been given the position that I'm in to make these things happen. I know it's going to take some time to get there. Yeah. But anything like that, as entrepreneurs, we're always thinking ahead.
What's the next thing? And for me, 2026 is a huge year. Yeah. There are different organizations that I just pitched and they said yes, right? And
Love it.
We're having the meeting. Yeah. I've been told no a lot, which means that my asks are big and they're scary and I'm excited about it. But like I said, this year is a rebrand, and it's, for me, it means like I'm getting very, very serious. Yeah. And I know that what I'm doing is so out there. And I have like when I talk, it's athlete to architect because I'm creating this, right? I'm creating all of this. And I go back to Kevin Hart a lot because what he did was so different than what most comedians had done. Right now,
Absolutely.
He has alcohol and he's, now starting like his own reality show, like all these things. And that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited for all the things that I planted seeds for. And figuring out along the way what it's going to look like, right? And so there are big names that I'm, pitching, and there are different shows that I'm on the last round for. Like,
that's
so
awesome.
It's just I really don't block my blessings in that sense. So I am very much excited for the universe to continuously say yes, and for me to just be like, this is awesome. Like some of the people are like, what is your most proudest achievement? And they're like, probably the Olympics. I'm like, no, it was being on an Adam Sandler set, right? Like that's me working for Netflix on Hustle was awesome.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And it opened my eyes to so many different things, working with Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, I am very much, if I ask for it, I'm going to go for it.
Yes.
I really am. And so there's things that I don't even know what's coming.
Right.
That's what's exciting.
Well, one thing that I'll say is now that we're, really great friends.
Yes.
I am a very big on celebrating authentically. And so as these things come up, you can always count on me, reach out to me of like, hey,
oh my gosh,
if you need someone to celebrate with, I am there for you.
Will you come to Wildwood, New Jersey?
Yeah, I will go wherever. Like
I told Jax, she has to come. So you have to come too.
So this is, I was talking with someone about this morning is, I have, friends that aren't in South Bend, and when they want me to go do something, I will go do it because it gets me in a circle of people that gets me out of my comfort zone, but it also inspires me to do new things.
Yeah.
And so, yes.
And that's the part of being an entrepreneur. If you stay in your bubble and you stay where you're at, nothing grows.
You're right.
You've got to meet different people in different areas in different states. And that's why I think networking needs a new word.
Yeah, right. It's too corporate.
It needs like a new something, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so excited about the panel that we're talking about, is about this community.
Yeah.
Right? Because it is important. Like, I have you, I have Jacqueline, right? And now I'm meeting two new people.
You're not removed, like from coming here. Like now you have more people that you can count on,
you guys are doing things that now I'm like, I would love to be a part. How can I support you in that way?
Yeah.
And you have no idea what doors that will open when you are in the room. And
Agreed.
The one thing I will say, I think I say it to a lot of different entrepreneurs is, even though you are in these big rooms, please be prepared for people not to see your value. That doesn't lessen your value.
Right.
You're just in the wrong room.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And it takes a while to find the right. I mean, you've built this, right? You built a brick and mortar that is extremely difficult. I am so sure. So many people were like, I don't see your vision. In South Bend, I don't see it. I don't get it. Where's the doesn't matter. Yeah. I got it. I will find my yes. And that is what I'm most excited for this year is I know I am one. Again, I can fail 10,000 times, and I will then 10,001. I will get it. Yeah. I use Danny DeVito all the time because he went on hundreds of auditions, and he finally found the one, and that's what it is, and that's where the Olympic mindset comes in. It's the resilience, it's the persistence. I will get there.
Yes,
and if I quit, I'll never get there.
Right.
So for me, it's like, I will get there. I'm one yes away. I know. And that's what it's about. Meeting people, being in different rooms. You are one yes. One person is going to find you and your messaging and your vision. They're going to be like, I see it. Let's do it. Yeah. And that's what it's about. But you have to go through things.
Correct. Yep.
You got to go through. It's not like you're just going to wake up one day, have it, and be like, I'm a CEO and I got my website and got my LLC. And then somebody's going to be like, yes. Expect so many no's. I get told no when I'm pitching to speak. And they're just like, I had an old agent tell me that my name wasn't big enough and that nobody would want to hear me speak because I'm not a really big name. Boo-boo. I'm getting paid. People want to hear my story. So it's just somebody will say yes. And one of the things I'm very grateful is you said yes.
I'm glad you said yes.
You
too.
said yes.
Yeah, both of us. Yeah.
Right?
So I know Marty is going to be, if I don't get you over to your panel on time, I'm going to be in trouble.
I know.
You won't.
Look, it's your event. I'm just here.
Is there anything you want to plug for folks?
Honestly just, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, because you are the reason. And especially in this like day and age of like division, I think it's so important that people can see a Black woman and a white man sitting, having a conversation and just showing each other so much love. So thank you for sharing your platform with me, because it is beautiful and we need to see more of it. But yeah, everybody can find, it's under construction because, I'm in my rebrand. So it's PriscillaLoomis.com. But I just want people to, when they find me and they go on my page, on my Instagram, Facebook, they are going to feel love. There's going to be nothing ingenuine. There's nothing picture perfect. I am who I am. I'm going to show up for you. I'm a woman of the people, right? And that's what I want. I want people to be able to, after they leave my presence, know that whatever sets their soul on fire, they can go after 100%. So that's literally it. I know my creative director and my marketing team are going to be like, you should have plugged this. You should have said this. And I'm going to be like, look, you'll find it. Google my name. My whole life's out there.
Yeah.
I can't hide from nobody.
Yeah.
So if you Google Priscilla Loomis, Priscilla Frederick, you'll find something about me. And then hopefully you'll do a deep dive and we'll connect one day. But anything that I can do to help people get to where they want to be, I'm here for it. Awesome. And you did that for me. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yep. We'll see.
I'm excited.
We're going to see you again soon. I know we will.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm ready to call my husband and be like, I think we need to move to South Bend. Sorry.
That's a plug for South Bend.
Yay. I love it. But thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep.